In just 5 minutes, a blurry shot from a Hong Kong street became a detonator that shook the Chinese entertainment world. A passerby's cell phone captured Su Kai walking side by side with Tan Songyun. Amidst the flashing neon lights and a sea of people moving aimlessly, their hands intertwined, not just touching, but holding tightly. There was no press conference, no clarification, no attempt to break away when they realized they were the center of attention. And in an instant, the internet exploded. The video, less than a minute long, first circulated on social media platforms, then spread like wildfire. Fans zoomed in, slowed down, and analyzed every second. Some swore they saw a faint smile tugging at the corners of Su Kai's lips. Others were convinced Tan Songyun looked comfortable, even unperturbed. In the cautious world of entertainment, an unscripted moment like this felt too honest to ignore. Hong Kong that night was indeed packed. The crowd pressed in from all directions. Some argued that the handshake was simply a protective reflex, a natural instinct to shield a colleague from the crush of the crowd. But what stunned the public wasn't just the act of holding hands, but the manner in which it was done. Su Kai didn't look rushed. He didn't seem awkward. His hands were steady, his steps in sync with Tan Songyun's, as if it were a long-established habit. Fan reactions were divided. Some cheered, seeing this as the most daring, hard launch, yet without words. They posted collages of old photos, looking for clues they might have missed. Others felt betrayed, especially those who had been so attached to Su Kai's single image, which his agency had kept tightly guarded. The Chinese entertainment industry is known for tightly controlling its artists' personal narratives. Therefore, one small gesture can feel like a major confession. Their names immediately topped search lists. Discussion forums were filled with conspiracy theories. Some linked this moment to a new project they might star in together. Others accused it of being a covert promotional ploy. But so far, there has been no official statement. The silence has only intensified the speculation. Body language has become a popular topic of analysis. A nonverbal communication expert interviewed by local media stated that the way Su Kai positioned his body slightly toward Tan Songyun indicated an intimate, protective attitude. Meanwhile, Tan Songyun didn't seem to pull her hand away. Her fingers even seemed to return the grip. This small detail fueled a long debate online. We can't ignore the fact that both are top actors with busy schedules and intense public scrutiny. Su Kai is known for his calm, yet charismatic charm, while Tan Songyun has a warm and down-to-earth image. This combination has long led many to imagine them as the ideal couple, even if only on screen. But is the public jumping to conclusions? In the pressures of a crowded city like Hong Kong, the act of holding hands could simply be a safety concern. The world of celebrity is never free from the risk of pushing, shouting, and even the potential for unexpected danger. It's possible Su Kai was simply ensuring Tan Songyun didn't get separated from the group. A simple act that was then twisted into a national drama. Interestingly, after the video went viral, the two continued their activities as usual. There were no mysterious posts, no poetic quotes that implied anything. The media tried to get a comment from management representatives, but the answer was standard: no response. In a world accustomed to quick clarifications, silence can mean many things, or nothing at all. Die-hard fans began comparing this moment to old rumors that had circulated. Several years ago, the two were rumored to be close while attending the same event. But there was never any concrete evidence. This time, the visual evidence felt more tangible. And because of that, public expectations were skyrocketing. On the other hand, there were voices calling for sanity. They reminded that celebrities are also human beings with a right to privacy. A handshake doesn't always mean romantic commitment. It could be just a warm friendship, or simply a spontaneous habit in an uncomfortable situation. But it's precisely that ambiguity that makes this story so compelling. The entertainment industry thrives on narrative, and when narratives aren't provided, the public will create their own. Every frame becomes a puzzle. Every expression becomes a secret code waiting to be solved. Some pop culture analysts see this phenomenon as a reflection of the deep emotional attachment fans have to their idols. Artists' personal relationships are often considered part of the fanbase's collective property. When there's any hint of a change in status, reactions can be extreme, from euphoria to outright rejection. Meanwhile, mainstream media outlets are beginning to address the issue with a more cautious tone, highlighting the importance of ethics in covering celebrities' private lives. Do public moments automatically become mass consumption? Or are there invisible boundaries that should be respected? Kai and Tan Songyun themselves seem to understand this dynamic. By not providing clarification, they're letting time take its course. This strategy is nothing new in the entertainment world. Sometimes, a storm of speculation will subside naturally when fueled by no additional fuel. But for now, the fire is still burning. Each of their next public appearances will be scrutinized more closely than before. A smile, a look, even a few centimeters of distance between them could become a headline. Is this the beginning of a larger official announcement? Or is it simply a collective misunderstanding amplified by social media algorithms? The answer may be simple, but the impact has already been far-reaching. What is certain is that, in a world where images are carefully constructed and every move is watched by millions of eyes, a single handshake can shake the foundations of public perception. And perhaps that is precisely where its power lies, in its unexpected simplicity. Until clarification arrives, if it ever does, the public can only wait. Wait with curiosity, with hope, or with skepticism. Meanwhile, that brief video on the streets of Hong Kong has become one of the most talked about moments of the year. And beyond all the theories and debates, one question remains. Are we just witnessing the beginning of a love story, or just a fleeting scene caught on camera? Meanwhile, some more skeptical fans have highlighted the facial expressions in the video. They argue that there are no explicit romantic gestures. There are no meaningful glances, no shy smiles typically associated with new couples. All that is visible is two people walking briskly through a crowd. Interpretation, once again, becomes subjective, depending on the perspective of the viewer. But it is precisely this ambiguity that keeps the story alive. If the two had publicly announced their relationship, the story would likely be over in a matter of days. If they had firmly denied it, the wave of speculation might have subsided quickly. But when there's neither confirmation nor denial, the public is left in a gray area that fuels endless imaginations. Content creators are capitalizing on this momentum. Analysis videos, compilations of their shared moments, and timeline theories are popping up hourly. Social media algorithms are working relentlessly, pushing the topic to more and more screens. In the digital age, a short clip can become a global phenomenon overnight. Beneath all this lies a human side that's often overlooked. Two individuals with stellar careers now face heightened scrutiny for one simple action. Each of their next steps will likely feel even more daunting as the world awaits the next story. This kind of pressure isn't easy, even for those accustomed to fame. Some observers believe that how the two respond or don't respond to this situation will be a fascinating case study in image management in the viral era. Silence can be an effective strategy, but it also risks prolonging speculation. Conversely, speaking too quickly could trigger a new wave of unexpected reactions. Ultimately, perhaps time will tell the truest answer. Will that handshake be remembered as the beginning of a new chapter in their personal lives, or simply a fleeting moment magnified by the lens of cameras and the public's imagination? Until then, the entertainment world remains buzzing with curiosity, and those two names will continue to resonate in every corner of online conversation.